That was not great hockey from either team. The thing is, not great hockey can still be an absolute blast to watch. Avs win over the Edmonton Oilers 6-5 in overtime.
Artturi Lehkonen! Colorado has won the Stanley Cup!
Honestly, this game feels a little bit like Edmonton woke a sleeping giant, and the Avalanche kind of figured out who they are this season and that they can, in fact, beat anyone. The Avs did it the hard way in this game, but they did, in fact, do it. And that's almost more impressive in some ways. Still plenty they can clean up, but when you win a SEGABABA, I really am not going to complain about even the weak plays in this game from Colorado. That doesn't mean I won't break them down, though. The first period of this game was actually fairly even at 5-on-5. The problem is the Avs didn't capitalize on their chances. They got 3 power plays in the first period alone and didn't score on any of them. On 2 of them, they really weren't even that dangerous. And you give Edmonton enough time, they will score. They're too strong offensively. They will force you into mistakes on the defensive side, and that's what happens late in the first. The Avs are battling Edmonton along the wall here and down in deep. One puck gets slowly pushed up the wall, which creates another puck battle, which the Avs are ultimately going to lose. And the coverage just completely falls apart here. I don't understand the tracking that the Avs are doing. One, England is abandoning posts to come towards this puck battle, but doesn't really do anything effective. And 2, in a situation where the Avs don't clearly have possession of the puck, they're just flying the zone. The only man staying back is Josh Manson. So when the Avs clearly do lose the puck, you're now in this mess of a situation. Erod has lost the battle. England is now sending it out to the top of the zone while the forwards are also coming. You're just leaving Manson alone in a 2-on-1 situation in deep directly in front of your goal. Just a terrible situation to leave him in. Manson, you'd like to see do a better job of taking away the pass. He doesn't commit to the puck carrier and doesn't stop the pass, which ultimately results in the goal, but he just got completely hung out to dry on this play. This one showcases the most apparent issue in this game. You'll see in future goals as well that the Avs D-zone coverage was problematic at times. Some of that is probably attributed to the tired legs from a second half of a back-to-back, but some of that is just bad reading the play and bad positioning. So not a great first period for a team that is going to have tired legs as this game goes on. The thing is, it was a lot better than the start to the second period. The first 7 minutes of the second were the worst portion of the game for Colorado. It honestly felt like that was the portion where they give the game away. They give up 2 goals to Edmonton. Avs have essentially been hemmed into their zone for the entire period at this point. That's only a minute and 7 seconds or whatever, but they haven't been able to get out of their own zone for a long stretch here, and you could just feel this goal coming for Colorado. Erod kind of gets beat out of the corner, creates just enough space that you get this awkward situation where Manson thinks he's playing the guy on the wall, and fair enough, but if he's playing that wall guy, you need one of these forwards to be ready to move their feet and take the man cutting down the middle of the ice. Compher is late to react. He gets beat to the spot as Byram commits to the puck carrier as well. This pass gets through, and you're pretty much all she wrote at that point. After a decent chance from the Avs that doesn't go, Edmonton comes the other way quickly. The initial chance isn't that dangerous, it skitters wide, but here's the problem. Newhook does an okay job getting the stick in to create a puck that continues up and out, and then Erod again, just clean loses a battle, loses the puck, and it puts the Avs in a tough spot where they're very discombobulated defensively and not covering some of the things they should be. Girard gets caught a little bit flat-footed. The Avs forwards really are covering nothing on this play, and because Girard is committing to the puck carrier, no one has the back door. This is more a sequence of Byram, what are you covering? Forwards, what are you covering? Girard has to commit to the guy in front of him with a better setup and positioning, or really just don't turn over the puck. This pass across never happens, and this goal isn't free. A couple of goals where the Avs simply get outworked. I was ready to throw this one in the bin. It's a scheduled loss. The Avs just got outworked. Their legs weren't there. Game was looking pretty done. The Avs, however, had other plans. They knew they were capable of winning this game still, so they went out and started that journey. Less than a minute after the third goal, the Avs get on the board. Edmonton trying to break out of their own zone here, and they do a bad job of it. Off the wall, looking for his forward, lets it go, and it goes right to JT Compher. Good job by the Avs forwards. MacKinnon here to hustle to get back onside, and JT to be patient, wait for that before taking the zone to give the Avs this opportunity in the first place. He finds Mikko on the side. Mikko doesn't see anything, so he has to pull up and looks for his favorite play, the seam pass. That allows Girard to get into the zone, and MacKinnon just going to step out here. They're going to find each other, and MacKinnon is just unguardable sometimes. The circle play, a nice little pick from Girard there too, so credit G for doing some of the work, but MacKinnon finds the space, he gets the shot to the net. They're crediting this one to Compher, so I guess it hits him on the way in, and Campbell's just not able to find it one way or another. It is JT Compher who's ultimately credited with that goal, but Nathan MacKinnon is him for the Colorado Avalanche. When the Avs need some jump, when they need to get going the right direction, it is that dude almost every single time, stepping up and making a play. And make no mistake, the Avs get some help in this game. If Edmonton plays better, I think there's a good chance they probably run away with this thing, but Jack Campbell was not playing particularly well in net. And we know Edmonton isn't the best defensive team, so when you put on offensive pressure, sometimes things like this happen. Not too complicated here. The Avs jump up on the rush, get what is almost a 3-on-2. MacKinnon is able to get the zone before dropping to Nichushkin. MacKinnon setting the pick here. Nichushkin still isn't able to really get deep enough to be comfortable taking the shot, so he's looking for the cross pass to Nieto, who's coming down on the opposite side. He doesn't make a great cross pass. He shoots it right into CC's skates, which maybe that was the plan. It ends up looking genius as CC kicks it right into the net. Val Nichushkin just has some kind of magic for pucks bouncing off of weird things and going into the net. Don't ask how, it just happens. And just like that, it seems like the Avs have gotten themselves back into this game. Still not in a great spot, but down by 1, you could live with that period. Until they get beat again. On this one, you knew it was coming. The ex-Av curse, it's just a thing. Avs, once again, hemmed into their own zone, chasing pucks, not doing effective stuff. Erod getting burned in what he tries to initiate as a battle, just gets torched, just gets left behind. It was a tough night defensively for Erod. This doesn't set up anything special, though. This is a weak wrister from Tyson Barrie from the blue line. Sure, there's screens in front, but this puck does not get tipped. It just comes through slowly clean. Georgiev can't find it. I think you can reasonably want that one back from Georgiev. Sure, there's a screen in front, but goalie's got to find a way to fight through that. That's not a particularly strong shot out from the blue line. You'd like to see him find that. And 2 months ago in this season, even last month maybe, you would say that's probably the end of the game. The Avs were going to need that one save to get back in and potentially win this game. But this is playoff push mode Avs. And this team is coming for you no matter the situation. Down by 2 headed into the third, again, I thought it looked pretty grim. I had zero faith of the Avs getting back into this game, but their superstars show up one more time. Again, Nathan MacKinnon does it all himself. Edmonton clearing their zone here, a jumping play, nice athleticism from Manson to collect that puck, get it down to the ice and get the Avs going the right direction, but he mostly just feeds MacKinnon here and catches the Oilers in a half change. You give Nathan MacKinnon this much room, you know you're in for a tough time, and he's going to beat you. Great work from MacKinnon. You also have Jack Campbell getting beat short side. You only have to be better than the team that you're playing against. You don't have to be all world every single night. The Avs claw back within 1 again, and then they give it away again. Guess who? It's Evan Rodriguez. Yikes. Anyway, the puck goes through him. They end up losing the puck battle. The Avs have been in this position many times in this game, and the coverage gets super weird here. Erod was back in the puck battle, so he's not able to jump back into this play. You would assume that he steps up and takes the man on the half wall ultimately here, while MacKinnon tracks the puck into the middle of the ice. Mikko taking the guy out high as well. This seems pretty standard to me, but something gets crossed with the Avs wires here, as MacKinnon also just slides to the man on the sidewall instead of taking the dude who can cut right down the middle of your ice. You don't have Mikko stepping up, and if you did, you'd be giving up the backside, and your defensemen are generally playing defensive roles, which I know the Avs don't do often, but this seems like pretty standard stuff, especially against someone like Connor McDavid down there. So, weird decision to me from MacKinnon. Erod tries to get back. Mikko realizes what happened and tries to get into the play, but it's just a little bit too late, and this one is going to beat Georgiev clean. More of that weird, bad coverage in the D zone. I'm not sure exactly what it was. There clearly seems to be some miscommunication of some switches and who's covering who for Colorado right now. That's something that needs to be cleaned up. You can and should fix that. Surely, I thought, that was it. There was no way the Avs were getting a 5 in this game, and I am very happy to tell you, listener, that I was wrong. Hard work often breeds good bounces, and that's what gets the Avs back in this game for the third time. Look at JT Compher putting in work here, holding on to this puck, battling against Connor McDavid in the offensive zone. He's then able to find a little bit of a lane. He just kind of throws it. I don't think he's trying to get this through to Byram, just throwing it to a dangerous area, but it works out well as it slides all the way through. Byram is able to get a skate on it, put it towards the net. It doesn't go in, which probably benefits the Avs. That may well have been a kick if it did go in, but Campbell's not able to cover it, and LOC, the only one tracking the puck in tight, is able to get his stick on it. He gets a couple of jams at it, and it trickles in. LOC with the goal, Byram picking up the primary assist there. By the end of this game, the Avs would get 5 points from their defense coming from 4 different players. 2 assists from Sam Girard, and the other 3 points coming from their main guys, Byram, Taves, and Manson. So you got a big impact night out of an Avs D-core without Cale Makar. That's why this team is so scary. And even then, I was ready to say the Avs fought well, they kept themselves in it, but just too many problems piled up. But no, as the game clock ticks down, as you get inside of 5 minutes, the Avs just won't take no for an answer in this game. They were going to tie it, and it was going to be the depth forwards that do it. Face-offs only matter when they matter. In this game, there were multiple that mattered. A win here off the draw to get the Avs possession in the offensive zone. Credit Alex Newhook. He's not great in the circle, but this one ends up being important. They're able to get it back out high where JT Compher is sitting in the middle of the ice, pulling the Nathan MacKinnon trick. It's going to be Compher throwing the wrister through. He gets it well past the first defenseman. Lecky with the screen in front is able to get a stick on this one, hit the redirects, and it goes the Avs' way. Okay, I don't know if you can really count Lehkonen as a depth forward, but I definitely count JT Compher as a depth forward, a guy who would finish with a 4-point night tonight. Compher remaining critical for the Avs this year. He's already blown away his career high numbers at this point and is helping bring that production level up to where it needs to be for Colorado. Particularly in this last stretch of games where you haven't been getting that production out of Erod or Newhook, it's been Compher doing the heavy lifting. I do really think we don't appreciate how well put together this Avalanche team is. Partly because they've been injured so often, but it is something impressive. So despite trailing by 3 goals in this game, the Avs find a way to get it to overtime, tied at 5. And that OT was great hockey. The rest of this game, not great. Weird stuff. There are great plays, but a lot of messy, icky hockey that you just kind of find a way to make work, which is fun. And then the overtime is also fun, but you get a much more solid play from Colorado top to bottom, both offensively and defensively. You saw what Colorado had at their best. And their best is winning this hockey game. Important face-off part 2. Overtime edition. JT Compher is going to win this one to get the Avs possession in the offensive zone late. Taves just gives it to Mikko, and honestly, the Avs just get out of the Moose's way. They let him work. He beats his man. He creates space, and then he does that magic little thing where he gets the goalie to commit, but he holds onto the puck and dumps it into an open net. Nothing like a good plot twist, a face-off leading to the Avs winning the game, and Mikko doing what Mikko does best. Absolutely a blast to see. You got all of the Avs stars that were healthy, at least, showing out in this game. You got this auxiliary production. You got effective enough defense and goaltending to give them a chance, and they took that chance. Yes, special teams need to be better. Yes, there are D-zone coverages that need to be better, but it's just not worth focusing in on those things. Given the context of a back-to-back, given the situation, given the team that they're playing, this is an incredible, gutsy effort from Colorado to find a way to 2 points and continue to solidify themselves in the Central Division. As I'm recording this game, Winnipeg is currently losing in the third period, and the Avs sit 2 points back of them for second in the Central. They're really in a good spot right now. I'm not saying we're going to see an unbelievably dominant Colorado through the rest of this regular season, because it's just unrealistic to expect that of any team, but I do think we're going to see something pretty cool. This Colorado team is better than it's shown so far this year. Now they have the opportunity to go be that team. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. Head on over to thednvr.com for all of our coverage. I am Rudo, and ugly hockey is still good to look at.